in this world, to look at it from the world perspective, but to say a thing like, I'm not a citizen of this land,
Yeah.
to where you don't count the life you can have in this world as anything. That sounds painful to people that are living in the world. But what happens is, man, is when you start walking with God, He starts giving birth to that thing in you, and that's what you find being born in you. You don't consider yourself a citizen of this land. You consider yourself a stranger in a strange land, right? And so what happens is your heart begins to disesteem the life that's in this land. Not meaning that you won't enjoy life while you're in the land, but it begins disesteeming the life this land can give you. So then you stop looking at the life that is in this land to judge your own life. And when you stop looking at the life that's in this land to judge your own life, when you stop looking that way and you start looking to the land from which you really come to judge your life, you find rivers of living water pouring out of you, right? And you find just freedom from the life that's in this world. Instead of all the time being, subverted every time you judge the life you have in this world to be no good. What'll happen is every time the life you have in this world looks like it's being corrupted, you'll find your heart saying inside of you, before you can even think, I'm a stranger in a strange land. You'll find your heart saying that on the inside of you. And you'll find that your heart will be talking God's language. And the second you say, I'm a stranger in a strange land, is the second your heart will disesteem whatever bad thing you think is happening to you in that land. Because you'll say, I'm not a citizen of that country. It's like the people in Sweden, they don't care what Trump does. They don't care what kind of health care act we're going to pass, because they're not a citizen here. And so they don't look at the life that's here and think that that life can now impact them. Right? They can live above it. And see, that's what God wants to come and do and give birth to us. Man, we have a heavenly citizenship. And yes, Jesus is going to return. He's going to bring heaven with him. The sea that's separating heaven and earth will be removed. Heaven and earth will become one. And we'll be citizens on this heavenly earth. We absolutely will. But right now, our citizenship is heavenly. For we're seated at the right hand of God. And what happens is when we start seeing that, when we start counting the life we can have in this world as nothing, as not being able to add or take away from our stature, what happens is that's where we start living in freedom. And we start experiencing the good life in the midst of a world filled with darkness. And the good life is a life filled with peace, love, joy, kindness, long-suffering, meekness, all those kinds of things. Is it nice to have a job? Yes, it's nice to have a job. But that job isn't the promise of God. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.